Security, facilitation, efficiency, and ensuring that the global supply chain remains robust is our message to the world.
Each year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection sponsors a trade symposium where CBP senior leadership and trade professionals share ideas and introduce announcements to their partners in the trade community. This year, the Trade Symposium was held in Long Beach, California for the very first time, where transforming trade for a stronger economy was the theme. More than 500 participants in the international trade community were on hand at the Long Beach Convention Center to share ideas with U.S. Customs and Border Protection leadership and trade specialists. Trade regulation discussion panels opened the symposium dialogue about some of the innovative changes taking place in CBP that are structured around creating a faster, safer, more compliant, and predictable global supply chain. Transforming the way CBP does business with the trade community was a key component of the symposium.
One of the critical things here is that we co-create, that we modernize, that we educate each other, that we build on our trust-based partnerships, that we take an aggressive effort on trade enforcement, and that we bring consistency. All of those things are what we're looking at doing here at this Trade Symposium.
CBP was seated squarely in the spotlight as the media and corporate international trade professionals were able to get direct answers on CBP trade regulations, either in the public forums or during the many one-on-one discussions amongst government and civilian counterparts.
Well, I think there's the natural benefit of intermingling with customs officials, customs people around the country. I mean, there are conversations that take place that resolve issues. People have questions and they get answers here. It's a great interactive environment for them.
The trade community benefited from discussing important trade topics such as the Simplified Entry Program, the automated commercial environment, and the air cargo screening system. CBP's trusted trading partners received information and insight necessary to continue successfully trading with their foreign counterparts and complying with trade regulations. Close partnerships, corporate relations, and bi-educational dialogue were pervasive throughout the conference. Traders seeking information were pleasantly surprised to be the first to hear of the newly announced expansion of the CBP Centers of Excellence and Expertise.
Today, it gives me great pleasure to announce that we will be opening a Center of Excellence and Expertise in Houston, Texas for the petroleum, natural gas, and mineral portion of the industry. In addition to that, in Detroit, Michigan, automotive and aerospace.
Oh, I'm pleased. Actually, I personally participated in a trade days meeting with the commissioner on December 1st. The petroleum industry was invited and I was a member of that, and I personally asked the commissioner at the time, Commissioner Burson, for a CEE for petroleum. So I'm pleased to see that kind of come full circle so soon, 5 months later.
We see the CEE as a step forward towards account-based management, which is something that we've been asking for quite some time. We've been having dialogue with CBP, and I think through the bi-directional education, CBP will then be able to have a better understanding in the weeds of our day-to-day operations and what it means to us when we have delays to our cargo.
Indicators of CBP's efforts to transform the way it regulates trade were evident throughout every panel, Q&A sessions, and sidebar discussions.
Obviously, when you come to these things, you benchmark with other people. You hear about the kind of problems they're having. And so that's part of the benefit to gathering.
So I think they're very enthused about the future. I think coming into the meeting, they may have been concerned about our budgetary constraints, our budgetary concerns. I think they heard the Commissioner state that those budget concerns will not undermine our creativity, our innovation, our attempt to be transformational, and our continued partnership with them. So I think they all left very, very much encouraged about what they heard.
The West Coast Trade Symposium 2012 proved to be the ideal opportunity to merge those who regulate international trade with those who trade internationally. Now, even though the two entities only meet 2 times per year, Both CBP and the trade community seem to value the gathering as resourceful, insightful, and some would even say enlightening. From Long Beach, California, I'm Michael Pope for CBP Frontline News.